Good afternoon, I'm Vashon Brown with the Midday News. Special welcome if you're watching on onespotmedia.com. A reminder as well that you can watch TVJ live by downloading our One Spot Media app in the Google Play Store or the App Store. That's the number 1 followed by the words Spot Media. Things are back to normal at the St. Anne's Bay Regional Hospital in St. Anne after nurses employed to the health facility staged a protest outside the hospital gate on Tuesday. The protest followed the shooting of their colleague on Friday. TVJ's Shamela Mitchell reports.
Over 60 nurses and healthcare workers gathered outside the St. Anne's Bay Hospital gate on Tuesday to voice concerns over the shooting death of a colleague on Friday. Ophelia Wollaston, a registered nurse at the facility, died at the hospital on Saturday morning. She was shot at a supermarket in St. Anne's Bay hours after filing a report with the police about receiving death threats. The placard-bearing nurses do not think enough was done to save their colleague from her killer.
Just speaking out against the violence against women and babies today. This senseless killing could have been avoided if the persons in authority would have just acted on the reports that were made. Ophelia would have been here today.
Patient care was disrupted for a few hours. However, the nurses say their colleague was a good person and did not deserve to die in that manner. They say they are hurting.
She's just more than just Nurse Wollaston, a mother, a sister, an aunt. She is the mentor of some of us who came here as junior nurses. We looked up to her, we emulated her, and for that, she's a great loss, and we really, really miss her.
Meanwhile, member of the Nurses Association of Jamaica Council, Anastasia Rose, told TVJ News that they do not feel safe as women. They are fearful for their lives because they feel the authorities do not care about their safety and security.
No more proactive. We need reactive. She was reactive enough to take her step, do her part. What about the police? What about the commissioner? What are we ladies in Jamaica supposed to do when we take our step and nothing has been done to protect us?
A security guard is now in custody in connection with the shooting. Shamela Mitchell, TVJ News.
The Jamaica Environment Trust, JET, is expressing disappointment at the government's response to the successful petition about preserving the Cockpit country. Now, CEO of JET, Dana McCauley, is arguing that the process is being frustrated. The petition, which obtained the required 15,000 signatures, closed 31 days ago. The government had promised to respond within 30 days. The response yesterday from the Office of the Prime Minister, OPM, was that the matter has gone to Cabinet and will be examined. Mrs. McCauley argues that this does not reflect well for the petition initiative which was established by the OPM.
Very disappointing that the sort of first test of this petition, new petition portal, which there were many people to say it was just a PR exercise, as the deadline for giving a response has not been met. Because, if the other side of the fence, the people doing petitions, if they don't make the goal or they don't make the goal in the 30 days, their petition dies, They are held to the rules. But the state, who, made a fanfare about this and said this is a way for citizens to respond, has now itself failed to meet the promise it has made. This is why people don't trust government.
Speaking this morning at the post-cabinet press briefing, Information Minister Senator Ruel Reid gave this response. There are mixed reactions from residents of Mount Salem in St. James following the approved extension of the zone of special operations in their communities. Yesterday, the House of Representatives approved a 60-day extension for the Mount Salem ZOSO after the first 60 days expired on Tuesday. The Senate is to decide whether it agrees in a matter of days. Some residents are not in favor of the extension, while others say it is welcomed. In the meantime, residents are calling for ZOSO to be in other areas outside of Mount Salem. 6 Jamaican university students are now in China as part of an information and communication technology ICT training program between the two countries. The collaboration comes through the Huawei Seeds for the Future program, which sees students from over 100 countries participating each year. The 6 students are from the University of the West Indies as well as the University of Technology. An MOU was signed last week to include the Jamaican students into the program. Title sponsors Huawei say the move is an indication of their corporate responsibility to building Jamaica. Residents of East Palm Avenue and Allen Avenue, Portland, staged a protest this morning over the state of 2 bridges in the communities. They're appealing for the government to fix both bridges as commuters, including children, are affected. More in this report.
This hole is just a section of the bridge along Allen Avenue in the parish. Residents believe it's dangerous for pedestrians using the bridge. They're fearful that the hole will soon expand and cause the bridge to collapse.
That bridge around there is actually breaking too, so we don't know what's going to happen to East Portland.
But there are also major concerns about another bridge. This bridge is on East Palm Avenue. It's used by many residents, including children of the Empowerment Prep and Port Antonio Infant School.
The bridge dangerous right now to them. The youth them have to cross the bridge to come to Crossroads School, and from the next side we go to Park School and Empowerment. Come on, man, we need them to deal with them, man. We have to pay tax. You see, we want the bridge fixed.
One resident told our news team that the bridge has been blocked for over 3 years. TVJ News understands that the bridge has been blocked by the National Works Agency to prevent persons from using it because of its condition. The residents claim they have been contacting their Member of Parliament and councillor to get assistance to fix the bridges. However, their efforts failed.
There's nothing we can hear about the bridge. The only thing we can hear about the bridge, plan is underway for so many years.
Now they're looking to the government to do something about both bridges. Anthony Logg, TVJ News.
Newly elected Member of Parliament for St. Mary's South Eastern, Dr. Norman Dunn, says there are a number of issues that he will be addressing in the constituency. Dr. Dunn defeated the PNP's Dr. Shane Alexis in the St. Mary constituency in Monday's by-election. The details from TVJ's Jeline P. Okay, speaking on TVJ's Smile Jamaica this morning, Dr. Dunn said the constituency of St. Mary South Eastern is faced with a number of challenges. Some of these he noted include deplorable road conditions and water problems. He says he'll be looking at the best ways to fix those problems. Dr. Dunn says he's not worried about where the finances will be coming from to do the necessary work. He also noted that communication is important between MPs and constituents. He says he has so far identified ways to maintain the bond with residents. We go now to sports. The West Indies A will look to avenge their 2-1 unofficial Test series loss to Sri Lanka A when the 2 teams meet in the first of 3 50-over matches at Sabina Park today.
9 players from the team that lost to the Sri Lankans in their 4-day series are back in the Windy squad for the 50-over leg of the tour. One of those 9 players is wicketkeeper Jamar Hamilton, who will be leading the team ahead of 4-day skipper Shamar Brooks.
Well, pretty looking forward to it. You know, we lost the 4-day series against Sri Lanka, so we're looking to come back hard in this series here.
Kyle Mears and Jamaican Adine Smith are the only 2 players in the current squad looking to make their A-team debut, while players such as Jamaican Andre McCarthy have already tasted success with the team against the same opposition last year.
You know, I mean, I'm more confident now than before, so hopefully that can take me through.
However, that A-team success came away in Sri Lanka, and with the opening game at Sabina Park, the local players are looking to make the most of familiar conditions. But they won't make the occasion get to them.
Not really, but Sabina Park is my home. I'm from Kingston, Jamaica, so why not like play at Sabina Park?
And even as the Jamaicans are looking to utilize home conditions, Hamilton is hoping the team can fare better than they did in the recent 4-day game at Sabina Park.
Well, in a weekly is okay. We just have to adapt to the conditions, you know. That's how cricket is played. But the pitch been a bit too paced, but we know once we bat second, you'll see what's going on. So doesn't matter where you bat. Just gonna assess the conditions and put our best foot forward.
7 Jamaicans could possibly make the starting 11 for Wednesday's first contest at Sabina Park, which bowls off at 2 p.m. Renard Brown for TVJ Sports.
And that's the Midday News. I'm Vashon Brown. Join us at 7 for Primetime News Package. On behalf of the news, sports and production teams, have a good afternoon.